There's some societies where entrepreneurship seems to be built in, and there are others which are fine societies where entrepreneurs are harder to find, are harder to support. Britain is one of those. 150 years ago, the industrial age was invented here in Britain, and we benefit every day in the world from the incredible innovations in 150 years ago. We depend on innovations to improve our health, right? To improve our transportation, to improve our knowledge, but also those innovations create enormous corporations in at least capitalistic systems that can be worldwide. Without entrepreneurship, you don't have any of that. I am worried that you have overcorrected. I have worried that you've decided that things are pretty good right now, which I think they are, and that you have not organized to take enough risk in some of these new areas. If you don't organize that, then you might be bypassed in the future by countries that are more organized to do that. This generation of entrepreneurs are both capitalists by definition, but they all seem to have a social purpose in mind. They see themselves as solving a water problem in the developing world, or an ecological problem in, for example, the way you make clothes, right? They make it more sustainably. Or in energy, they make energy more efficiently and use fewer natural resources. What they want to do is make people's lives better, and better now has a social component as well as an economic component. I don't think we can ever do enough to support these people. It's hard enough to be an entrepreneur with lots of support. For example, it's hard for entrepreneurs to get funded, even with the best ideas, because people don't want to take risks. There is a model that works pretty well, and that model goes something like, get a lot of people together, have an awful lot of intermixing ideas, have a great deal of venture funding, and have a lot of experience. So places like Britain have the potential of creating that, but they haven't created it yet. Many people are working on the questions about artificial intelligence, and today the good news is that artificial intelligence is powering many, many vision systems. So for example, self-driving cars, really they do see better than humans because computer vision is better than humans. So entrepreneurs should use artificial intelligence techniques to do machine vision and machine learning in all of their platforms. And nowadays, because of Google and other platforms, it's pretty easy to use those facilities. 10 years ago, you'd have to build it all yourself, whereas today, others have built a platform that will allow you to do the machine learning to then solve your problem. In my personal philanthropy, I decided the most important thing to do was to try to take the ideas that have been developed at Google and elsewhere around AI and machine learning and apply them to the hard problems in the world. I've decided to focus on climate change because climate change is very, very real. And we think that we can use artificial intelligence to improve our understanding, not just of the causes, but also of the effects and the solutions for climate change. I'm also working in material science and other hardcore science where there's a great deal of data and where humans can't see the patterns, but computers can. We have also funded with the Rhodes Trust something called Schmidt Science Fellows, where we're trying to take the top scientists in the world and give them a year or two to develop competency in another field. You have an astrophysicist who's become interested in cancer. Cancer is a pretty good astrophysics target because you think about astrophysicists look to the very, very far away, which means they look to the very small. And there's a lot of very interesting things in cancer if you can look to the very small. Adapting those kinds of techniques from one field to the other are likely to lead to major science breakthroughs and also new corporations as a result. When I think of the future of Britain and of Europe, I wonder if there's enough economic growth being generated from within these countries. The best way for Britain to do that is to create a new generation of entrepreneurs, just like the ones that are so famous in our history here, the ones that built the Industrial Revolution. Change the educational system just a little bit to encourage entrepreneurs. Change the financial system just a little bit to let them get money more quickly. And let's take some bets. Let's take some bets in healthcare, in material science, in cancer, in drug research, in information technology, in physics and chemistry, and all the things where the core science leadership that Britain has had and continues to have can give it a global advantage.